my camera here. I got a weird little setup. And you're probably like, why are you broadcasting from your truck when you could be by the water? Well, I got to tell you right now. Here, I'll give you a little example of what I'm talking about. Here, let me turn the camera around here so I can show you guys. But, yeah, look at that. That's all heading this way. Anyway, sorry. I got this camera, and it does not fit very, very well with this side of it. Hold on. All right. What up, Raymond B? How are you, buddy? I also had to do a little bit of lighting because when you got lights behind you, what up, Steve Gore, Franklin the mailman? I did a great interview. Raymond B, I actually did. But with this light behind me, here, hold on. Let me ask you. Is this better, or does it just make me look creepy with the overhead light? Because, here, I'll show you the lighting that I'm using. It's this, like, little bitty, like, light like this right here. And I'm just sticking it in the visor. I told you, I'm like the MacGyver of podcasting. Iggy T, the hottest chick. So do you want the light on behind me? Here, what's better? This? Is this better? Or is this better? Can you let me know? Do you want the overhead light on or off? Because the reason I didn't want to even start doing it outside, yeah, it is a little creepy. What up, Cornelian Orleans? I want to thank everybody. I want to welcome them to the Tuddle Daily Podcast live stream. Do not forget, I am now here. You know what? Let me see. I'm going to try this right here. See, that does not look as bad. And I also tell you, the next time I get new glasses, I am going to get the anti-glare on them because, look, Raymond B with $10 coming in strong, and I didn't even mention it. You already beat me to it, Raymond B, because I was going to talk and remind people about the super chat. I'll admit, yesterday I was a little bummed out that I did not get the radio gig that I applied for. And I always give myself, what up, Jason Martin? I always give myself like a day, just one day to just sit and be depressed if I want to be depressed. But that's all I give myself, 24 hours. And then after that, it's back to work. I woke up so motivated this morning. And I don't want you guys to think I'm going to be like David Coggins or any of these other motivational speakers, Tony Robbins. They're all out to make a quick buck. Who made them the leader and know-it-all when it comes to motivational stuff? I bet they have bad days. I bet they get down in the dumps. But what I'm trying to say is that I'm motivated. I almost have all of the lesbian stuff out of the shed. I've already talked to a neighbor that lives down the street. Maybe he used to supply me with a certain plant that makes you hungry. I'll leave it at that. But he's a great construction guy, and he's going to help me out in building the studio. That is my goal. Like, I've already reached one of my goals, which was to become monetized on YouTube. And if you don't know that yet, if you guys listen to Bubba Love Sponge, you know how he gives out, and people give out and cheer bits. Here, you can just throw me cash like I'm a whore. And that's what I am. I'm being a whore. I'm not going to be a panhandler because I am going to give you, yes, I got to thank IanHannahHomes.com. Check out IanHannahHomes.com. He's one of my newest sponsors. And if you're looking to sell a home in the Brevard, Volusia, or Flagler areas, go to IanHannahHomes.com. The guy does great stuff. Depression stuff. Self-medicate with a few pills. And, dude, I used to do that. I used to self-medicate all the time. I did. And it's not good to self-medicate when you're already on mood-stabilizing drugs. It really messes you up. If you're in the chat room right now, hey, share this on your social media because I've talked about this time in and time out about the only way that this show grows is word of mouth, the people, the supporters of the show. Oh, Puff's not, yeah. Yeah, I can. But yeah, help spread the word. And if you're in here right now, everybody, thumbs up, give me a liking. It does help me out. But if you would like to, any of the money, if you go to my PayPal, paypal.me/Tuddle on the radio, or you can super chat and donate money here. All the money that I get is going to build the new Tuddle Daily Podcast studio. And if you didn't listen to yesterday's live stream or the podcast, oh man, I got a lot of heat. Talking about Cluster F, and I'm not going to go any further than that. I lost a lot of followers. And I don't even think I said anything bad, but you know what? Sorry about your luck. So I'm going to build this studio, and my plans are to do a 2-hour show. It's going to be a 2-hour live stream show every single day. I don't want people to think that I'm going to forget about the audio podcast because that's where it all started. I like the radio side of things, but I know that people do like video live streams and stuff. So you got to go with the flow, go with the times. I would rather just do the audio format part of it, but that's what you got to do. I wouldn't even be on social media if I didn't have to be on social media. So what I'm going to do is do that 2-hour live stream. Then I'm going to take that audio and people will be able to listen to it on the Tuddle Daily Podcast, iHeartRadio, Spotify, iTunes, TuneIn Radio app, 315live.com. And I'm not going to play up to the video part of it. What up, T-Bone? Unlike other radio shows, guess what I'm not going to do? I'm not going to concentrate just on visual stuff. I think some radio shows that try to do YouTube, Twitch, and I'm not calling out anybody in particular, is that they forget about what got them to the dance, which is the audio part of it. You know, a lot of the video stuff does not translate on terrestrial radio. And what I'm trying to say is that it's just going to be me doing the show. Yes, I'm still going to play the audio. I'm not going to be playing the video of it. I'm just going to be playing audio when I do the Tuddle Daily Podcast. And it's just going to be me doing the show. You guys will be able to chat with me. I'll interact with you. But when I get this studio fully up and running, I'm going to be able to take phone calls. I'll be able to take live phone calls. So I might go a little overboard at first plugging the super chats. If you guys want to donate, there's 2 ways you can do it. You can do it through here on YouTube. Just find that little $sign if you want to. What up, Bluegill McGillicuddy? How have you been, my friend? I do not know. You got to remember, I've had a really busy day. I'm going to get into finally getting my dad's memorial service party scheduled. So I've had a really, really busy day. So I hope you're well, Bluegill. But so I'm going to build that studio because I really do think that I can take this to the next level. I really do think I can take this, what I've been trying to build. You're going to be there to send a Coleman off to Nashville. Yes. Yeah. I am going to show up and see off Chris Coleman from Funny to Informing. I am going to do that. This must not be very entertaining. Ain't got a lot of people in here. Makes me feel kind of bad. Makes me feel sad. I don't know. Only if you guys can, show it in your hearts to share it on social media and tell people to listen to the Tuddle Daily Podcast. You know how Jerry Lewis used to do the muscular dystrophy, the MDA thing? I'm going to start a tote board. I'm going to put it up. I'm going to keep you guys updated because like I said, I want to build this studio because I think that this studio is going to take my content to the next level. But anyways, enough about that stuff. What I wanted to talk about is that today I had a really, really busy day. I had to go to the Volusia County Parks and Rec office. Keep in mind, here we pay taxes. I mean, we don't pay state taxes, but I mean, we do a 6-cent sales tax here. We're going to have it at the park. We didn't want to have my dad's memorial party. And when I call it party, I'm not trying to be disrespectful or anything. I'm really not. My dad didn't want a funeral. He didn't want people feeling sad and stuff. He wanted his friends and family just to have a reason to get together, have fun, party, do whatever they needed to do. And that's what we're going to do. And yes, exactly. It's a celebration of life. And a lot of the family members are coming. We're actually doing kind of a dual memorial service. I don't know if you guys remember me talking about this. That my uncle, my dad's brother, died 8 months before he did. And they never did a memorial service for my Uncle Rick. So we are going to do like a dual memorial service. So a lot of the Fowler family is coming. And then I've been warned, and this just shows how much of a man, a well-respected man my dad was. But all the ironworkers, all the employees, all the foremen that he hired and worked underneath him, they're all coming. And the thing is what I'm worried about, because in the contract, we had to pay $35 to rent one of the pavilions with the Volusia County Parks and Rec. Well, I mean, didn't my taxes already pay for this park? So I should be able to just reserve it without having to pay anything. But they have a 43 people limit. I don't know where you come up. 43 is a very, very odd number. But I don't think anybody is going to come out there with a counter and count every single person. But I also do think it would be a bad look for the Volusia County Sheriff's Office to come up and break up a party at a memorial service. Yeah, I know. 43. It was such a weird number. Like, I mean, why couldn't you keep it at 40 or 50? So, but I know that there's going to be more than 43 people that are going to end up showing up. And I think, because I got to tell you, the Volusia County Sheriff's Office, Sheriff Mike Chitwood has done such a great job with the relation between law enforcement officers. It's outside, T-Bone. No fire code comes into play. It's outside. It's an outside pavilion right next to a playground, which leads out to a pier that has public restrooms. So it's all outside. No fire hazards at all. But what I'm saying is Mike Chitwood has done a great job with the relation between the citizens and law enforcement. And I really don't think that the Volusia County Sheriff's Office would roll up and break up a party. that was to memorialize my dad and my uncle. So I think it'll be good because it would be a bad look. I really do think it would be. The other thing that I am a little worried about. Now, you guys know that I have no fear when it comes to being on the radio. I don't have any fear of going up and asking. See, I did make the right decision, by the way. Look, 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 look. Here, let me turn the camera around. See, raining. I think I made a good decision not to broadcast outside because guess what? I would be doing what I did the other night. But back to what I was saying is that you guys know that I have no fear. If you guys listen to the Casey Anthony trial or any of the man on the street stuff, like I one of the state's attorney, Mark Ober, I ambushed him in the Cox Media Group parking lot. And that guy has the power to cause me some problems. But I think I owe it to my dad and my uncle to get up and say some words. But I also don't know. I'm a little worried. Like, not worried. I'm just a little nervous. Because you got to realize my dad was an iron worker, and a lot of the people that are going to be there are iron workers, and they are the toughest of tough people. I'm not just because I was an iron worker, I'm not saying that. But what I'm trying to say is that they are pretty tough. I will say one of the foremen that did work for my dad, he stopped by. He didn't know that my dad had passed away. And he came to the front door, and I had to break the news to him. Because he was knocking on the door. He was like, Mr. Wayne, my mentor, my buddy. And I had to open up the door and break the news to him that my dad had passed away. And I had never seen an iron worker cry before. And he did. That one was really, really rough. It was. And then I'll give you another example of just little things that when you think, and I'm not trying to be depressing. Matter of fact, if you are in the chat room right now and you want me to move on to something else, just let me know. But I'm just trying to be real with you guys. I really, really am. So if this is boring, please let me know, and I'll just move on because my numbers are dropping. So I don't think people want to hear about all this stuff. So I'll move along, and I'll make it a little quick. What I'm trying to say is that I have the words. I know that I can say and get up there and do 20 minutes memorializing my dad and my uncle. But what I'm worried about is losing it and crying. Because like today, I went to the bank. My mom had to get my dad removed off of the joint bank account that they had. We had to bring a death certificate and all that stuff. And I know that a debit card and a bank account, I mean, those really, really... yeah, we are having food at the service, but if you know anybody that wants to help out, it would be greatly appreciated. You can email me, tuddle@gmail.com. That's TUDDLE@gmail.com. But I went to the thing, and it was just like another piece of my father being erased. She is not in a location where she can. But I will say this. When is it? It's going to be October 9th. It's going to be October 9th. October 9th here in Oak Hill, Volusia County. So what I'm trying to say is that I know that it may seem dumb, it may seem stupid, but I bawled. I bawled and cried in the car with my mom there because it was just another piece of, my dad's existence being wiped away. I know I know that's a really, really dark thought, and I know that it might be something stupid to cry about, but I did. I cried like a fucking baby because just more and more is being erased. I'm gonna remember him. See now like all right, I gotta stop. I don't want to get into this stuff. I really don't. Um, on tomorrow's Tuddle Daily Podcast, I did a great interview with Franklin the mailman. And you're probably going to be like, oh, how interesting can an interview with a mailman be? And I got to tell you, it is really, really interesting because we got into some pretty crazy stuff. We were talking about male people, not like male people, male women or male female. We talked about has he heard of any stories of mailmen hooking up with some MILFs, hot wives that are home alone with the kids at school? He said that's happened. He hasn't done it. I also asked, has anybody had sex in a mail truck? I'll definitely record it. I will definitely record it. Iggy T, if I'm being honest, if you go to my I was going back through a bunch of stuff. And this is something that I got to think. I was thinking about this today. I got to thank Bubba Clem, Bubba the Love Sponge, for coming up with the idea of doing the Trailer Park MAGA series. I don't know if you guys ever watched any of those videos where my dad and his friends were just sitting around talking politics and stuff. I was going back and I was capturing some of those videos, not to post on my channel or use, but just to have for my own keeping. But I was also going through my TikTok, and I did a lot of TikToks with my dad on him, and he was also on my podcast quite a bit. And one of the things that I'll never forget what he looks like, but I don't know if it's because I work in radio. I didn't want to forget my dad's voice. And I don't see. I didn't want to forget his voice. And I'm lucky enough that Bubba wanted me to keep doing that bit because now I have that. And I'm sorry. I know this is not entertaining at all. It's just like little stuff like that has been setting me off as of late. On a lighter, well, not a lighter note, it kind of sucks because this is the Ford F-150 Tuddle Daily Podcast studio now. And I don't know what year this is, but it's one of those Ford F-150s that does not have a gas cap on it. It's got one of those new, like, easy fuel things. And I took it to the mechanics, and the mechanic said, "Oh, well, you need a whole new gas tank. You need a whole new, I don't even know what you put the gas pump in, but they wanted like $2,500 for it. We had problems with it before, but if any of you guys are mechanics or know stuff about trucks, like the check engine light came on. That's the only reason that I knew about the problem, and they said that I needed that. Thank you, Jason Martin. Thank you, Jason. But once again, if you're in the chat room, if you want to super chat, even if it's $1, I got to go look on my PayPal account. There's a guy from DeLeon Springs that was kind enough. He threw me $200 the other night to go towards the studio. What I have planned for the studio, it's going to be completely soundproofed, and everything on the inside is going to be green because I am going to do straight green screen Willie, and that's what I'm going to do. No, my dad was cremated. He didn't want to be buried because we both agreed. The thing that me and my dad agreed on, he didn't want to have an open casket. I've been to one open casket funeral in my life, and I'll never do it again. It was for my mom's uncle or brother, my Uncle Richard. And no matter what, I don't care how good the mortician is or the person is. Miss YQS, I need to talk to you about that. Like, on the real. When I get done. Because I got to tell you, I got to tell you something about that. Anyways, I already lost my thought. But all that money is going to the studio. Everything's going to be green. I am going to have the best insulation. And it's going to be great. It's not going to be a big space. I'm not going to have a shower. I'm not going to have a stripper pool or pole. I'm not going to have a stage for a band. This is in a metal shed, which I am getting a new roof put on top of it. I've already got an AC unit that's already been run into it. I'm going to have internet. So you're going to get the best connection. Because I told them I really don't even care about download speeds. I care about upload speeds. Give me all the upload. I really don't need much of the download. I want the upload Willie as much as I can. And I promise you, because that's the thing about it, is that I do take pride in what I do. You got to admit, I know that I went back and listened to some of the shows at the beginning. That was just me talking into my cell phone. That was before. The best investment that I've made so far in my podcasting career is this Rode microphone. And a lot of people are always wondering, why are you talking into a rat? Here, watch. I'll show you what the mic looks like. That is what the microphone looks like. And do you hear how I sound with it off? You can hear all my breaths. You can hear all the peas that I'm popping. But when I put this on, it is perfectly fine. So, if I get another goddamn comment about the ridiculous ass microphone that I'm using, I've talked about this before. I will put up the quality of audio that I'm putting out on the Tuddle Daily Podcast up with any other podcast that is out there. So, yeah, Well, I did find a little tripod that'll be able to do that. See, it is pouring outside now. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Here, I'm going to put it on the roof. Here, I'll take the mic screen off, see if you can hear it better. Yeah, it is raining pretty hard. See, even away from here, I am popping my peas. This little gerbil thing, it saves me. Like I could be out there with the wind and all that stuff, and you can't even tell. Man, it is pouring like a son of a bitch out here right now. I might as well keep going. Makes me want to sleep. Oh yeah, I love the sound. Oh, growing up, I grew up in a double wide trailer, but we had a tin roof covering. So imagine rain hitting a tin roof while you're trying to sleep. It gets a little loud, but it is just so comforting. It really is comforting. You know, I also have a couple of other weird things that I get that ASMR feeling from. Because the sound of rain, it does relax you. It does give you those tingles and stuff like that. And one of the things that, and I know this is going to sound weird, when I go to get my eye appointment done, I always get that. Getting my eyes checked at an eye appointment is just like watching somebody wash windows like Janessa Brazil did on the Bubba the Love Sponge show. The other one is going to the dentist, getting my teeth cleaned. Getting my teeth cleaned, I love it. Raymond B, $5. Raymond B, thank you so much, my friend. It is greatly appreciated. Hell, you know what? You probably bought me a little extra piece of the haircut. Dude, that's the other thing. Did you guys see the post that I made on social media about getting my hair cut? Did you guys check out Amanda Bellinger, the girl that cuts my hair? She's a barber. She is not a stylist. I wanted to see if any of you guys checked out her page and stuff. She is the first person that I've ever gotten a hot towel and a shave from. And look, she shaved me up. I know you really, really can't see it that well, but there is a odd, weird feeling letting another person with a straight razor shave your neck. And I don't know if it's like trusting somebody not to slice your jugular vein in your neck and you bleed out. But I love it. I love getting my hair cut. Also, the best thing I like about the haircut, not when they use the big, like, mechanical razor. You know, when they're edging you up, that little smaller one that makes that frequency. It's like it's a more of a high pitch, and then when it hits you, it goes. That sound, like, luckily I had a towel. I'm not saying that I got I'm talking, I got goosebumps when stuff like that happens. There's weird little things that happen to me like that, and it's hard to explain. They do say that, what, OMG, I did not get aroused. I got goosebumps when you get a shaving with a straight razor. It's something about a hot, beautiful, smart, attractive woman that has a straight razor to your neck. You know what? It might make me weird by saying that, but there's something about somebody that is beautiful, attractive, and smart with a razor blade to your neck. Just saying. Maybe that makes me a weirdo. Who knows? Who knows? Anyways, you know what? I got to get out of here because I just saw that my mom text. Who knows what's going on in the fifth wheel. So I got to go check on her. I want to thank everybody that checked out tonight's show. If you get a chance, if you don't want a super chat, you can go to my PayPal, paypal.me/Tuddle on the radio. Let's make this studio happen. Let's, I've talked about it and talked about it and talked about it, but let's get this studio rolling. Donate on the super chat or paypal.me/Tuddle on the radio, because I promise you, every bit of that money is going to go here. I'll show here. Can you see the shed behind me? That white shed right there is going to be the next Tuddle Daily Podcast, and I'll do a little tour of it tomorrow on the live stream. Anyways, guys, hope you guys have a great night. Hope you stay safe, and I will